How you doing, fellas? Welcome back to another video on the Evolved to Manhood channel. Man, it's good to see you guys. I've been away for about a week now, and it feels like it's been about a month or two, man. It honestly hurts to not be here on the channel, but I do want to explain why I've been a bit absent. But before we get into all of that, how you doing? You know, it's good to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Let me know in the comment section how your life is going. Just be real and be honest with me. Now, before we begin, let's do our daily affirmation. Repeat after me. I'm growing, I'm changing, and I'm evolving for God, for my goals, and for my legacy. All right, if you participated, as always, I appreciate you. And we're gonna get right into today's video. Now, I wanted to talk about discipline once again because discipline is so fundamental when it comes to evolving to manhood, or even just growing into adulthood or growing into that next stage of your life. You see, discipline is so important because life throws so many uncertainties at us. And it's our responsibility to take care of what we say we're going to take care of. It's our responsibility to be true to what we say we're going to do, to be true to our word. And that means handling our responsibilities. Having that discipline to say, okay, I may be tired, I may be fatigued, I may not feel like it, but I said I would do this, and that means this has to get done. And you see, discipline is not a skill. I don't want you to get into a mindset of thinking that you're born with discipline or that some people just have it different. No, discipline is a decision. Discipline is a choice that you make, not one day or 2 days, but I mean every single day repeatedly towards your growth into your evolution. And so if you can make the decision to be disciplined, your life will change. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, fellas. If you make the decision to be disciplined, your life will change. But it has to start with you. You have to turn around and look at your life and say that you're not satisfied. And say that where you're at right now is not where you want to stay. Where you're at right now is not where you want to be in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. There's so much more that you want to do with your life, but you also recognize that the work you've been putting in, the amount of work, that level of work that you've been committing to isn't enough. For your dreams, that's just not going to be enough. You know, you might be working hard, but your dreams require that you work harder. And what does that also require? It requires discipline, fellas. Motivation won't be enough for you. You see, the difference between motivation and discipline is that motivation is a feeling. Motivation comes and it goes. Discipline is a decision. All right, discipline is concrete. Once you make that choice, there's no going back. There's no backtracking and there's no escaping it. Once you decide to be disciplined, you've made that choice. But motivation, you can feel that way, you know, for a few minutes when you watch that TikTok video or when you watch that IG reel. But is that going to last, fellas? Is that going to really keep you grounded, keep you focused on what you need to do? Because it gets to a point where that's just not enough. It gets to a point where motivational videos and advice is not enough. I can make these videos all day, every single day for weeks and months and years. But if you don't make that conscious choice in your own life, in your own situation to commit to what you have going on, then there's nothing I can do for you. Then it'll never happen for you. I'm telling you right now that discipline is a decision, one that I need you to make, one that your family needs you to make, one that the future version of you needs you to make. But you know what? Let's talk about that future version of us. You see, there's a version of us out there that is capable of so much. There's a version of us out there that is a master scientist or an award-winning artist or a Grammy-winning, like, you could be anything, man. Anything you put your mind to, anything you believe in doing, anything that you feel driven to doing, you can be that guy, you can be that man. But right now, you have to build up the foundation to get there. Right now, you have to be the guy that had a hard time and worked his way up to the top. You see, your success will come, but it's not here yet. And if you want it to come, you have to put in the work now. And if you don't put in the work, guess what? There's a 100% guarantee that you will never become the man you're destined to be, the woman you're destined to be, the son you're destined to be, the father you're destined to be, the entrepreneur you're destined to be. the artist you're destined to be, the YouTuber you're destined to be. Do you see what I'm saying, fellas? If you do not commit now, it will never happen. That's 100% guarantee. And I want you to really sit down and listen when I say and realize that right now is the best time for you to go after what you want to do. We are in a period of history where everybody in our societies is lazy and doesn't feel drawn to hard work. They feel like they can just sit around and live off other people and live off their parents or live off their partners or spouses. There is so much laziness in this generation, and it's honestly baffling. It's crazy to even see it and interpret it as a person who's driven and goal-driven and disciplined. If you can join that side of disciplined people, if you can make that decision, you are already putting yourself ahead of so many others in your society. Not that life is even a challenge or a race or a competition, because it's not. You see, God has a plan for you. God has a race for you to run, and only you alone. God has that for you, but you have to choose it, fellas. I keep talking about choices so much in this video because you have to make that choice. You have to. And you see, I also want to speak a bit on how I've been gone for a little while. You know, I went on a bit of a vacation. I went on a trip with some of my friends to a different state, and it was a great trip, and I learned a lot. I used my talents. It was actually a bit of a music and orchestra trip, and it was great. You know, I enjoyed it, but my discipline wavered. I'm going to be honest, my discipline wavered. You see, I had the opportunity to pre-record videos for you guys and schedule them and get them uploaded, but I was so overwhelmed by the thought of how much work it would be that I never even began. And then I went on the trip and I didn't upload, and I felt so guilty and bad because I felt that I was letting you all down. I felt that I caved in and didn't do my responsibilities. I felt that I let myself down more than anything, honestly. And then when I got back from the trip, I felt like I was so far gone that I couldn't pick up the camera again. I needed one more day to just rest. One day turned into two, and here we are 7 days later, 7 days since I posted the YouTube video on the Evolved Manhood channel. You see, fellas, the devil wants so badly to get into our heads and to get us off of our grind. He used a small trip to get me off of my square, to get me from recording videos for you all, to help people that really need the videos. He used his power and his influence to get me off my square for an entire week, just based off a simple thought of how hard the job was going to be. That's why it's so important to be disciplined, fellas. Excuse me. It's so important to be disciplined. Because if I didn't still have my discipline, I wouldn't have picked this camera back up. I would have said, oh, well, the channel, it'll be fine. You know, I posted enough videos. It'll be fine. I don't need to post anymore. You know, maybe during the summer I'll post some more. Maybe next year. There is no summer. There is no next year, fellas. And I understand that, and I hope you do as well. I hope you understand that your future is not promised to you, and that the work you're putting in now is so important. It's so vital and necessary. And honestly, it's all you have. I hope you realize that. And I hope you don't let the devil get in the way of you and the man you're supposed to be, the man God has destined for you to be. God has destined so much for this YouTube channel, and I realize that, and he has revealed that to me. And so I'm gonna show up every single day, and I'm gonna enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy getting on this camera and talking to you fellas. I enjoy giving you advice. I enjoy reaching the hearts and minds of people around the world. Once you have that type of desire, and I don't know what it is for you, I don't know what your passion or your calling is, but this is mine. And once you find that, you're going to realize that it's literally just you and God, fellas. It's you, God, and your discipline. That decision to choose him and to choose yourself over comfort and over your current situation. You see, the comfort that you choose right now is sacrificing years and years of your future comfort. A comfort that is so much better than snacks or than a movie or taking it easy and getting an extra nap or sleep. Guess what? That's the comfort of right now. But think of the comfort of living in a mansion or going on a yacht or being in a different country. Is that not better comfort? Going on vacations every single week whenever you want? That's much better comfort, and I'd rather wait and hold out for that than give in to what this temporary pleasure looks like. Because this temporary pleasure will not serve me in my spirit or in my future. And it's the same for you, fellas. So choose your future comfort over today's comfort. Choose your future success over today's complacency. And choose discipline. It is a decision. It is a choice. One that you consciously make every single day. So as you're watching this video, as it wraps up, I want you to think about right now what you're going to do, what changes you're going to make in your life to be more disciplined and to see your future come to pass. To realize what it is you've always dreamed of. Decide right now and commit. Commit right now. You can click off this video, you can go do it. See it to completion, put in the work, and that might just be one small step today, but guess what? Those steps are slowly but surely building the staircase to the dream version of you. I'm not even gonna say dream because it's real, it's tangible, it's going to happen, but you have to commit. All right, fellas? Hope this video helped you. I hope it resonated with you. Let me know in the comment section. I want to start changing up the editing a little bit. I want to be more authentic and vulnerable on the camera, so I'm not really gonna be cutting and chopping up videos anymore. It's really just gonna be one take, and it's gonna be the authentic words I have to say and whatever God puts on my heart. So let me know in the comments one more time if it helped you, how you're doing, you know, if you've had any recent blessings, or if you're going through a struggle. I want to talk to you guys, and as I always say, our fellowship is powerful. Now I'll see you in the next video. Let's continue evolving to manhood and committing to our discipline. All right, fellas.